A few nights ago, I learned of someone called Goose King for the first time. He's actually got, quite a decent sized following on TikTok. Something to do with him being the king of gooses or something like that. I don't think he owns any gooses. I think it's just a guy who likes gooses or something. I'm not too sure. I don't really know a whole lot about this guy. But the way I learnt about him is through a very unfortunate and quite disturbing, I guess you could say, video of him falling off a giant goose and literally almost ending his own existence. So, Goose King, some guy on, TikTok, some persona he puts on where he is the king of gooses, I would, if I had to guess. It just seems like a kind of middle-aged guy, maybe like 40s-ish, and I guess he's a big fan of gooses that he's given himself the name Goose King. And he thought it would be a good idea to climb a giant goose statue, which is actually quite high off the ground through the video I'm about to show you. And he ends up like wrapping around the goose's neck, and when he tries to step back onto the goose's back, he falls off, kind of leans back, and just head first right into the ground. I will be blurring the actual part where he falls and hits his head, because it's not like there's no blood or anything like that, but I don't think YouTube would allow me to show you it. I'll just do it for safety. YouTube might allow me to show you it, but just for safety, I'm gonna blur it because it's quite, ooh. So I'll just show you it.
Knock down, back up again. You're never gonna keep me down. You know what? I ain't got no flags on me tonight, but I did them earlier. Woo! Yo, film that. Is that filming?
Yeah.
Is that filming? I'm on the head, fam. I'm on the head. I'm on the head. Boom. Ah! Peace out, Goose King. I get knocked down. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh.
Yeah, so you could tell that was going to happen. I guessed before even knowing that was going to happen. Well, it says it on screen. And by the way, why are the laughing emojis on screen? This really is not funny. Like, the guy almost just ended his own life because he decided to sit on a goose's neck, or you know what. You could tell by even the way the goose was shaking. That goose was shaking like if a fat lady sat on a horse. The goose is like the oldest statue in mankind. It is wobbling back and forth as he's on the head, and he's like wrapped his legs around it, and he's got his hands in the air, so all that's supporting him is this goose. His full weight is his legs wrapped around its neck. He's not even holding on to it. And then he like leans over, which is even more dangerous, to kiss the goose on the beak. And then you could see when he tries to step back, I guess he just loses balance, falls backwards. And it's a nasty tumble. It really is. We have had a few updates from the Goose King himself. He's not dead, so no one, he didn't like snap his neck and die or anything like that. He'll explain what happened to him in this video. So we've got two updates. The first one is him in hospital, and then the second one is him outside of hospital in his mum's house being cared after by his mum. So I'll show you the one in hospital first.
Hi everyone, this is the Goose King coming at you from QMC. I had an horrific accident last night. I come off the goose head first, I landed on my head, I broke my sternum in my chest, I've fractured 5 ribs, and I've done 3 of my vertebrae in my back, and here we are. So I'm going to be off for a little bit, because I've got to wait for my injuries to heal. But love you all, peace out, bear with me, love from the Goose King, peace out.
Yeah, so even he himself has realised that it was just a dumb idea to hang onto a statue of a goose's neck. So he explains how he broke his sternum and his chest. He broke, I think he said 3 vertebrae, and he broke 5 ribs, which that just shows you the seriousness of doing stupid things. I think everyone, even himself, would realise that even before he done it, even if someone had said, hey, I'm going to climb on top of that goose and do this, and then kiss it on its beak, everyone would have some thought in their mind saying, hold on, no, that's not a good idea. You could fall, you could get seriously hurt. And no doubt someone said to him, I don't think you should do that. And no doubt he even had second thoughts, saying, actually, should I do this? It's quite dangerous, it's risky, what if I fall? And then he done it anyway. So that's his update from the hospital. He obviously got rushed to the hospital. It looked like at the end of when he fell, he got knocked unconscious, so I can only assume his friends or whoever was recording from the ambulance, they came, picked him up, took him. And then he gets let out of the hospital, and he goes back to his mum's house, and we'll show you that video. Who's we? I'll show you that video now.
Hey everyone, just a quick update from the Goose King. I'm okay. I've come to my mum's to rest and get looked after. Yeah, my back is still absolutely killing me in my chest. But yeah, that's what you get for prattling around. But I've got my morphine, I've got my painkillers, I've got all the tablets. And can I just say as well, somebody robbed the content of me falling off the Goose. And I can't believe it, I'm absolutely gutted, so I haven't put that one up, because it's already gone big on theirs. But yeah, the Goose King will be back. I'm just in recovery. I said just resting. Hurts when I move, hurts when I cough. But hang in there, I'll be back soon. Peace out. Love from the Goose King. Boom.
Now, I would say he's lucky, not obviously in terms of what happened, because it's not lucky to fall off of a goose statue and break as many things as he did, but he's lucky that A, he can speak normally, especially after busting up his chest and his back. Him being able to move his head and his neck and speak, from the way he landed, that's pretty lucky. And he seems like he can move his arms because he's picking up his phone and he's giving us some of this. So, in terms of in terms of the injuries he actually had, rough injuries, yes, but it could have been extremely worse. Once again, he could have lost his life. That's pretty much it from this video. I just never heard of the Goose King before. I saw that video of him falling off the goose. I checked on his account, saw some update videos, and I wanted to talk about it because this is a lesson to not do silly things. What is it? What's the saying? Stupid people get stupid. What's the thing? Stupid things happen to stupid people or something like that. I'm not saying he's a stupid person. I'm saying what he did was stupid. So, peace from the Goose King. I'm not the Goose King. Peace from the Goose King's #1 fan.